Good morning, everyone. Today's April the 3rd, Tuesday. I want to talk about a topic that's very, very dear and disturbing to me. Domestic violence. Domestic violence is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. They like to shove it underneath the bed and act like it's not happening, and that their relationship is actually functional, and if I don't talk about it, it's not happening. But I'm talking about a topic that I'm not part of being. I wasn't in a domestic violence per se relationship, but I was in a verbal. I was in a relationship that I wasn't treated right, and vice versa. I mean, I was verbal myself. I basically did so many things that were wrong that I wish I could take back, but you live and you learn. Now, one of the things that I'm finding is that when women are stuck in a relationship that's violent, it's due to their self-esteem. I really wish that women would open their eyes and look at themselves in the mirror and stop accepting an apology and an excuse from a man that lays a hand on you or verbally abuses you. Women need to understand that the only reason men lay their hands on you and verbally abuse you is for their own insecurity. They want to be able to manipulate you in a way that when you look in the mirror, you see exactly what they're telling you they see. They're not really seeing you as an ugly person. If you were that ugly person, they wouldn't be with you. If you were this really messed up person, they would have left. Why are they still there? So at the end of the day, the cowards are really the men that are laying their hands on you. Why don't they do that to another man? I can almost guarantee you that they'll back out of a fight from a man. They try to just hit a woman that's less, that's powerless, and that he knows that she can't fight back. Women, please take control of your lives. There is so many deaths out there due to domestic violence. It comes to a point that the man will lose his mind. And let's be real, at the end of the day, the men are more powerful than women physically. You don't have to stay in a situation. Try to figure your ways out. There's so many different things for you to do out there. You know, educate yourself slowly but surely. Don't have your children be involved in a domestic violence situation, because eventually if he's hitting you, he's going to end up hitting your child. And at what time and point do you stop and you say, wow, what did I do to my kid? Just remember that whatever you do today in front of your child, they're a reflection of what you're showing them and what they're seeing. I wish I can take back so much time. I know I did the same thing with my kids. I can really speak from experience when it comes to that, unfortunately. But like I said, you live and you learn. Don't let it be too late to the point that your child is affected physically, you know, not just emotionally and mentally, but physically get physically hurt trying to defend you, or, you know, seeing this. You're passing on a generational cowardness to your child. Your child is actually going to be raised thinking that it's okay for a man to put his hands on a woman, or even worse, they'll do the abusing themselves. They become bullies because they don't know how to fight at home. They don't know how to defend you, so they'll find someone who's helpless in school, daycare, or wherever, and they'll start picking on that person, and they become bullies themselves. There's a lot of inner pain within children that they don't know how to express themselves, and they become cutters. They become someone that you think to yourself, what did I do? What did I do to my child? And by that point, you can't even turn around and help them anymore. You know, and it's sad that domestic violence takes a big, huge toll on an entire family, not just the people involved. You know, if you have a toxic relationship, there is nothing you can do to make this relationship better if it hasn't changed already. You're just wasting time. I'm constantly preaching about time. Time is something that you cannot waste and get back. Once it's wasted and it's gone. You're wasting time on a relationship that's not going to change. Remember, people don't change, situations do. A man will probably change and stop putting his hands on you when the law gets involved. Do you really want to be with someone who has to be forced to treat you like a lady and treat you right? When a man doesn't treat you right, when a man doesn't provide for you the things that you need, love, loyalty, honesty, faithfulness, respect, when he stops delivering these things, you shouldn't be in that relationship. That means that you're settling for the little bit that a man can give you. And that means you have no self-worth. You have to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm better than this. I deserve more and I want more. No man should be the person dictating what you can and cannot have, what you get and what you're going to give. If you give him respect, loyalty, honesty, love, and everything that comes with a relationship, and if you're giving this person 100% of yourself, but he's not giving you any of the above, then why are you in the relationship? Why are you settling for someone who's never going to give you what you want? You are what we call a placeholder. A man like that only keeps you around for his benefit. Remember that. You are a placeholder. Someone else will come around and this person will definitely cater to that other person and treat that person right. You're just not the person for him. You need to realize what a good relationship really entails. Placeholders will get the bare minimum. A woman should never settle for the bare minimum. You either settle for everything that you want and deserve, or you leave. Do not stick around, because he will not provide you what you need. If you haven't gotten it from now, trust me, you're not going to get it. Trust me on that. You just need to learn how to walk away. If it's financially the reason why you're sticking around, well, then get a better job. I'm sorry, there are jobs out there that you can better yourself. If it's because of the kids, I'm sorry, that's the worst excuse ever anyone can ever say. You're harming your kids more by sticking in a toxic relationship rather than sticking around because you want your child to have a father. A father is not a person that will lay his hands on a child's mom. Okay? Let's be real. Let's be honest here. You have to be honest with yourself. If you've questioned yourself more than once, is this relationship worth sticking around? Then guess what the answer is? No. You should never have to question yourself. You should always have to say to yourself, wow, I feel good about myself. I don't have to worry about little things in a relationship. I'm bettering myself for my children, for my child, or for anything around you, my community. But instead, you're wasting time trying to figure out when he's going to change. What are you doing to tiptoe around his attitude and not piss him off? That is the worst way to live. You should never, ever have to lower your standards or lower who you are or be someone you're not to accommodate someone else's needs, not to piss them off enough for them to touch you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and accept who you are, love yourself, and know that you're worth a lot more than what you're given. And if you're not given what you deserve, you need to walk away, as hard as it is. No one has died of a broken heart, but many have died of a broken jaw with a closed fist. A man that hits a woman can actually kill her, but a broken heart, no, you can't die of a broken heart. You close a door and guess what? Another chapter in your life will open, and this time you'll be wiser, smarter, and you'll know what you want, and you'll be more picky and choosy about the next relationship you get yourself into. Stop finding the guys that are temporary, that look good on the outside but rotten in the inside. Always look at the red flags because they're always there. You just choose to ignore them. Stop ignoring them. Get out of this toxic relationship and stop repeating the same trend and putting your children in an environment that's very toxic for them. So when they get raised, they're going to be so messed up in the head that you can't fix them anymore because it's so far gone already. So please do yourself a favor. Do it for your children, if not for yourself. And walk away from these toxic relationships that are no good, that are not supposed to be this way, and that you know better. You should know better. Like I said, the red flags are there. Open your eyes before it's too late, please.